This is Marcia Wilson. I'm working on a clay statue of Lady Godiva. I'm working at the Clay Art Center in Port Chester, New York. I start working with a wad of brown stoneware clay that I just absent-mindedly push into shapes, and it looks like a horse lying down with a figure on it. What's a horse doing falling down? I don't know. I'm not thinking, I'm just working. And so the figure turns out to be something. What is it? Is it an Indian? Is it a lady? I haven't decided yet. But I'm enjoying myself. Before you know it, I decide that horse should stand up. I've made four legs and I've got them hollow. See, they're lying on a piece of foam rubber. And as I turn the horse around, you can see that I've stuffed paper towels into the body of the horse because it's hollow, but I need something to press against so it doesn't collapse. And here the horse is on its four legs, a very shaky horse. I'm on day 2 now, and I've added little round boxes to support it until it dries enough. I have it in front of a fan. Here's another view of it. I've just sort of constructed this myself. Doesn't look like much, does it? But I'm excited. It's really fun to get clay to do something. You're working with the earth after all. And I'm at the Clay Art Center doing independent study, which is the way I like it. I don't really do very well with instruction because I usually do the opposite of what people tell me to do. As you can see, I've got a tail on the horse now and a head on the horse, and I've connected the tail to the hind legs because I don't want anything to break off. And it looks like the rider is going to be a woman. And I've got hair coming down the back. It looks pretty exciting to me. I've never had a horse. I'm not looking at a book. I'm just making things up as I go along. But see, it's starting to look pretty cute. I can see that myself. I, I must have worked on this 3 days at least by now. I'm using various sculpture tools. Here is she's shaping up into Lady Godiva. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Do you notice gray streaks in the clay? That's because I have a fatal flaw. I'm always picking through the garbage. They have recycled clay under the table for teenagers to use, and I've scooped up some of it because I like the fact that it's mixed white stoneware with brown stoneware and a little porcelain thrown in. So I get that mottled look in the clay. Uh, I've only been working in the clay for about 1 month before I started this piece. It's one of my very earliest pieces. Someone has told me that clay is strongest when it's hollow, so I've tried to hollow out the forms. Now I'm going to go to movie vision. I've speeded it up 4 times the speed at which I was working, but you can see I'm using little dental tools, clay tools. I'm just very slowly scratching away. Speeded up, it looks like I'm working fast, but I'm really not. I'm a slow mover. I like to enjoy myself while I'm working. Clay is such a fun medium for me. I never thought I'd enjoy it so much. I used to work in wood. I have a website which shows some of my wood pieces. And I've worked in painting, and I used to work in batik and trapunto and acrylics, etching, silkscreen. What haven't I done? But clay is really a nice thing. It's kind of fragile when you're finished with it, so I don't think I could ever bring it to art shows. But I certainly like it, and it doesn't take up much space. I guess my whole opus of work will fit on one mantelpiece top. So here I am using more tools, scraping the clay. I don't know how to entertain you here. I told you in a previous piece how I started working at the Clay Art Center. My boyfriend had a stroke and couldn't drive temporarily, so I drove him from New Jersey to Mount Vernon, New York. And then, rather than go back to New Jersey, I investigated senior citizens organizations, libraries, and schools where I could pass the time until it was time to drive him home again at 5 o'clock. Well, the only nice place was the Clay Art Center in Port Chester, New York. They offered me independent study and made an exception in my case because I had such extensive experience in the arts, and I had taken 3 classes in clay over the years, many, many years ago, though. So that's how I got started working in clay. And I have a lot to learn. I have my own kiln at home, but I've had it for over 20 years and I've only fired it once for bisque, once for glaze, and once for, to put gold on the top. That's all. So I'm very inexperienced. I have to learn about glazes. I have to learn what clay body is the best for me. There's so much to learn. The main reason why I like working in clay is it reminds me of when I was a little kid playing with dolls. I was more absorbed in my dolls than most people know. I know I played with them longer than most. I talked to them and interacted with them and dressed them up, and I would have loved a doll on a horse. Wouldn't that have been nice? But I was born in the 30s and played with dolls in the 40s, and by that time, you know, you there weren't that many to choose from, at least not dolls on a horse. So it's really fun to have my own. See, now I'm about to sign my name on the bottom of it. No, I guess I'm just chiseling it out. But I'm going to sign my name somewhere in a secret place here. Yeah, there I am. Probably writing Marcia Sandmeyer Wilson, age 74. I'm 75 now talking about this, but I was 74 back then. November 2011, Lady Godiva is ready to be bisqued. Here she is on the shelf, and here she is after being bisqued and after I've painted on some glaze. In 3 cups I have Rutile wash for the hair and the mane, base glaze of the century for the body of the horse, and Charlie D. White on Lady Godiva herself. In this picture, it shows her in the foreground, and in the background I'm working on another piece, a little goddess, Miss New Jersey Shore. But here is Lady Godiva after she's been fired in a reduction kiln at cone 10, which is 2300 degrees. Look how beautifully streaky the horse came out, because I didn't stir the glaze and I just dipped it in and out very fast. And Lady Godiva is also streaky. The Charlie D. White didn't stick very well, which is fine. Here she is with a group of other things I made at the same time. The little girl has a broken arm and a broken nose. Miss New Jersey Shore fell against the kiln. The only one that turned out really perfectly is Lady Godiva. And here she is. I took her home and couldn't resist adding more paint to her hair and the horse's mane and tail. This is lettering enamel in black. And here she is outside my house, posing on a nice misty day. I took a lot of photographs of her because I was so thrilled with the way she turned out. Look at that nice blaze on her face. That's the different colored clay I used. But it goes with the streakiness of the horse. Sometimes accidents work out. This is called beginner's luck because I had a lot of bad accidents afterwards. I sold Lady Godiva to a wonderful artist in Englewood, New Jersey, and here she is at her new home. Doesn't she look nice? Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching it.